about love stories.
Love. Yeah,
Love.
because this is supposed to air on Valentine's Day.
So she's marked me. So she got
Oh,
that
that's
back
good.
to me because I had her turned into a pinup girl
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So that was her way of getting me back. So
Oh yeah, well I have paintings of her naked all around the house. So
yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that'll be the next thing. The kids will love it. Yeah. So
oh yes, the
love
love.
the
Oh
love.
yeah, I think that's
So
one of the
yeah.
things. Everyone in our band is romantic, like crazy
Yeah.
romantic. That's
Yes.
just that's just the way we roll. I think that's one of the reasons we stick together. It's like we are cut in some ways not, but in some ways we are really cut from the same branch.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, and that helps in a band. I mean, I could tell that just talking to Rick and stuff like that. You guys are, and I
Oh,
don't know.
that's a
Yeah,
romantic too, man.
that he is. Yes.
You
So
know what his wife? I know we talked about doing this with him, but probably it would be time because it's like you know we have a few days, to do
yeah.
this, and so it's this is the timing, but also you can't just take a thing like this and make 3 episodes because it's the Valentine's Day, right?
Yes. Yes.
But his woman, when they were well, kind of courting, she took him out to the forest to pick mushrooms, and she had the most ugly clothes she possessed. She had
Yeah.
like big rubber boots and like yellow sweatpants with knees, or if it was the rubber boots that were yellow, but it was like, if he loves me, if he still looks at me that way after this, I
Yeah.
know it. I know it's real. So she tested him with being the most ugly and bring him out to the like autumn forest
Yeah.
to roam around after mushrooms in the in the
That's
moist.
that's how you do it right there. That's a keeper right there.
Yeah.
Take me out to the woods and let's go hunting for stuff. Yeah. That's a keeper. So
So she that's also a way to go about it. Show
yes.
your show your worst.
Yeah.
So the last year we were when we were engaged and we were planning to get married, and I was at that. It was like that Bible school where she was at. It's like not really. It's a Bible school with practical. Oh, it's its own story. Never mind. Well, we the people who attended. So she was graduated, and I was the year after, and we shared a house. We had a cafe at a school that financed the house, so we lived like a collective, right? And I lived with this one guy in our little room, and his parents were visiting, and I and his dad was like, because Sarah was there, I have some advice for you, young people. Do stuff together, coffee and sandwiches in the forest or whatever.
Yep.
Get a thermos, go out, do stuff.
Yep.
And then he was one of the best things I've ever heard anyone say. I think that's one of them. We one of those things we kind of remember, go back to.
Yeah.
Like that's an expression in our family: coffee and sandwich or whatever. That's like you can put this in various situations. However, the other thing he said was, you're supposed to have a 1 year crisis. We never had that. The 7 year crisis, never had that either. You're supposed to get a midlife crisis at 40. Didn't have. And then because the midlife crisis is that you realize that time has passed you by and you didn't live up to your goals. But my only goal in life was her. And he was pointing at his wife. And
Yeah.
she was like, "Yeah," you know. And it was a bit, so he peaked around 20 when he found her, and that was it. So
Yeah.
age could just do its worst. Just come on, you know. My only goal in life was her.
Yeah,
That's a fantastic sentiment.
it is. And then we always had Mountain Dew and cigarettes. We always had our cigarettes. So we were the quintessential trailer park poor. We might not have had a lot of food, but we made sure to have our carton of cigarettes and our Mountain Dew. And we were happy. I mean, that's all we needed right there.
Yeah.
So we were happy, sound as a pound.
Have you ever heard the band Plank Eye?
No, I haven't.
It's an American like indie rock. I don't. I'm very bad at other genres outside of metal, but it's not metal. That's for sure. And there's one of these songs about being poor and young and married that I just love it.
Yeah.
And yesterday she lost her car, broke down. So I'm taking my bike to work with the helmet on. And people say you were way too young to get married, but I say you're way too old, and when did you stop living anyway?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I think they catch that feeling. It's like one of the most depressing thing is when when a guy comes with flowers to his woman and she's like, "What have you done?"
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't happen to me.
No.
That's one of the reasons to surprise yourself by buying flowers.
I don't even know when I'm gonna slap somebody. My reflex is just slap people. I be like, damn, why did I do that? I don't even know when I be slapping people. I don't know when I'm gonna slap somebody. You keep messing with me. I'm dangerous. I'm scared of myself.
It's not to make it suspicious,
Yes. Yes.
Because that's not. If you're court lady, you don't want to get the look like you did something.
No, yeah, that's a bad thing to do, to start gift giving because you did something stupid. I mean, not that it doesn't help sometimes, but don't do stupid stuff.
I come to her workplace with flowers at occasions.
Yeah.
Because I like to see her blush.
Yes.
That's a little mean, but I am a mean person.
Well,
so,
I can't remember what I was going to say.
She was in healthcare back in the days, and the others went like, "Oh, what has he done?" Like, no, this is what he does. But as I told you, I was a weird guy. One of my hang-ups back in the days was the rules of courtly love from Andreas Capellanus from 1186 or something. And one of the rules stipulate that the man does the courting verbally, but the woman take every physical step. And I think that's a really good rule because if, let's say you are with a girl on that you don't really know what you feel about, with like let's say you're at the movies, she takes your hand. Do you get scared, or do you think, oh, that's nice? And
I think it just depends on where you're at. Me, when I was younger, I'd probably be both scared and like, heck yeah, it would be both.
But I mean, if it's the opposite, and you have overread the situation, and you take her hand, you could as well just get a look that says, oh no,
Yes.
I'm in it over my head, right?
Yes.
And I think this is like a basic, very, very easy to understand reason is that I can fight that girl off. I know I can.
Yeah.
So I don't think that guys are like physically threatened in the same way if there's a, you know,
Yes.
it's like, oh, this is nice for now.
But if you don't want to, you can stop, and a woman might not feel that she can. You know, sometimes I guess maybe, but they're getting at.
Something with it that I think it's smart anyway.
Yes.
That he tells her where he stands, but he doesn't take any where he is standing, but doesn't take anything from it. So we were in it was a cold war there for a while because she wanted me to kiss her too, but she wouldn't. No. I want.
Yeah. I will say this to my final thought on the matter for any younger viewers. I'm young, 35. I'm not old, but I got married young, so I'm an old soul in marriage. I will say this to all the younger folk out there who are contemplating getting married or in the early years of it. You know, stick it out. It takes a long time to work out all the kinks and get things oiled up where they're moving correctly. I mean, it took us over 10 years to get things to where, 10 or 15, really 10, 12, 13, 14 years to get to where we're at now, where she's my best friend. This is the best relationship I have in my life other than God, and I genuinely believe that I used to, when you're young, you go around thinking, I gotta get with my friends to go do something. No, and now you think about, doing stuff with your wife, and that's when you do stuff.
You're out with your friends, wanting to get home to your wife.
Exactly. Yes. And it's worth every tear, every time, all the effort. If you stick it out, it's unlike, and you don't realize it at the beginning, but when you finally get there, it's like we made it, and it's awesome, So
the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want for nothing. He makes me lie down in the green pasture.
And therein lies
He
the
greases
road
up
to
my
war.
head with oil.
Because
He
those
gives me
voices
kung
don't
fu
speak
at the
for the
face
rest
of my
of us.
enemy.
You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery.
Amen.
Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaoh? Could Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard round the world? The martyrs of history were not fools. And our honored dead who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis didn't die in vain.